Google AdWords mistakes. These are mistakes that most people make at some point while running their AdWords campaigns, but if you avoid these, hopefully it'll save you hundreds of dollars in missteps and just basically wasted money by not making your campaigns as efficient as possible. So the first mistake is having too many keywords in a campaign. It can be easy to create a new campaign, new ad group, and find the top 100 keywords in your industry and just throw them all in there and just wait for your ads to get approved, and then you'll start getting traffic, on all these keywords, and you'll think, great, look at all this traffic coming to my website. Now hopefully some people will buy. But what happens is twofold. One, your click-through rate will be very low because your ads are not customized to your keywords, so it will be very hard to embed those keywords within your actual pay-per-click ads. So you won't have much customization, your click-through rate will be very low. Second, the people coming to the website are not going to be super relevant to what you're selling if you're just taking general industry keywords and plopping them in there. You want to choose very carefully what keywords you use and then try to dominate those keywords both in your SEO and your AdWords work. Second mistake is mixing content and search campaigns within the same campaign. And the reason you don't want to do this is that the content results and performance is tracked differently than your search performance. So always separate those out, keep them completely different and separated within your campaign manager. Third, mixing international and domestic advertising. It doesn't matter if you're based in England, South Africa, the United States, or Japan. Typically, there'll be a few markets that are much more expensive in your industry than others to advertise in. In our case, our business is based in the United States, and the cost to advertise on some keywords is 5 times as high in the United States as it is in other international locations, including Eastern Europe, Asia, or South America. And so what you want to do is separate out some of those most expensive countries within different campaigns. You can control those costs, control those bids, and not overbid for the less expensive countries while still being able to show up within the AdWords rankings for the more expensive countries. The next mistake is setting up your AdWords campaigns so that Google automatically optimizes them. You never want to do this. You want to set them up so that they rotate evenly. You want to do that so you can always have 2 ads showing for each ad group, and if one has a 10% click-through rate and one has a 9%, and they've both been shown 10,000 times, then you keep that 10% click-through rate ad, you take out the 9% click-through rate ad, and you try to beat the 10% ad with a new ad. And what you're trying to do is constantly, every 1,000 views, 5,000, 10,000 views, see which one is getting the higher click-through rate, and then have a new ad created that competes with that best performing ad. So you're constantly refining and optimizing your advertising, so over time you'll have a great campaign running. Most people won't go through all this hard work, and it's a mistake to overlook this hard work as being a waste of time. It really is worth your investment. The last mistake that people make is not experimenting enough. Oftentimes people start an AdWords campaign, they maybe set a budget of $10 a day or $20 a day to experiment with a product line, and they let it run for 2 weeks. If they don't make a sale, they close it down. In my experience, with most pay-per-click campaigns, you need to spend roughly $30 a day and let it run for a good 2 months to see through whether it's really working or not. So the key insight here today, I would say the number one takeaway is to optimize all of your advertisements by competing them against each other and always improving the pay-per-click advertising copy so that you're always running the most effective ad and competing a new ad against that, and that way you'll constantly be growing your business incrementally and improving the efficiency of your advertising. So thank you for joining us here today. Once again, this is businesstraining.com, where you can double your qualifications and boost your compensation.